Shoo-ba-doo-bop, beep, boop, boop. Shoo-ba-doo-beep, boop, bop, beep, boop. Shoo-ba-dee-bop. I want a longer release on this gate. Okay, nice. Let me see if I can make this work. Because right now I can't see the... Ah, there we go. Shut up, phone. I just want to see the chat over here on my phone. Nice. Can I make the chat on my phone full screen? Okay, never mind. It's actually cool if I can see the entire stream on my phone so I can see if something goes wrong or if it stops. Nice. Who came over here from Instagram? I wanted to make like a streamception and do like an Instagram stream before this, so then everyone comes over here from Instagram, fix the rail. Everyone comes over here from Instagram, and then do a Facebook stream at the same time while I'm wearing the spectacles and do a Snapchat stream so we can all be in 4 streams at the same... No. Someone needs to do that though. But that'd be fun. Okay, so this works, you can see everything. I hooked it up different this time. As you can see, there is no audio hijack and there is no Chrome in the back either. But you should be able to hear this. Tell me about the volume level between my voice and the sounds. Is this okay? Or is it too much or too quiet? Let me know real quick. I see Mastodon patch. It's perfect. Yay, cool. Okay, nice. It works. Yeah, no, this was last night when I was at Barely Lives and we were listening to Mastodon and I started trying to make a patch that kind of sounds like his stuff. Now this one kind of goes this one kind of reminds me more of Subtronics, so it's the Mastertronics patch.
I see your game.
I just started. This is like, yeah, super basic. It's just that. But it's a cool little patch we can look inside of and then even make one like this from scratch. So it's a little easier to look at it. Yearly stream. Oh, speaking of, I noticed it's Friday the 13th. I didn't even know that. Maybe since I'm streaming so rarely, we could make Friday the 13th the streaming day. Yes, that's Markiplier. I love his voice for these kinds of samples. It's so good. Oh yeah, this patch is a bit of a mess, but there's many things making this very squishy. So first of all, I'm gonna take off all the effects. So see, that's not much. That's kind of basic. There's not much happening here. But what is happening here? So we have an FM square wavetable that I usually use. 16 voices, but it's all on 0 on the detune and 0 on the random too. So they just all stack up. They're just louder. There's literally no difference. Other than that, it's a little bit louder and a little more saturated. There's actually like a slight difference there. So it's not doing much other than that. There's the high pass filter doing its Vowly thing, and in the effects section we have Distortion, another little low EQ movement. I'm using this as like a low pass filter because I need to use the actual filter. That's a negative comp. It's actually not even doing that much because the resonance doesn't go that high, I think. Yeah, it's like pretty much aligned with the resonance frequency here. Kind of sounds cool if you turn it up that way. If you go too high with the resonance, you're gonna have like that release, that kind of stuff, which can be cool. But I wanted this one to be kind of clean. The phaser is doing more vowel stuff, but just mixed in slightly, and then it's just hyper and multiband compression. Actually changed the hyper settings here to maximum voices, maximum detune, and a very high rate. So this kind of gives you the like a rhythmy detune chorus. If you go like super high, it just goes really messy. So I'm just fading that in to this incredibly dry mono sound to just gives it a little bit of width. But then the processing is the fun part. So there's a little bit of phaser. Let's go through this one by one. With the phaser, I'm doing something I actually really like. If I have a mono sound and I want it to be wider, I use the built-in LFO, turn it to like 20, 30, 40%, turn it on really fast, so 1/64th note, and then by default, the phase is already like at 180. So then it creates this kind of squishy mess. but I only like to mix that in slightly. But it basically just messes up all the high frequencies so much that it gets rather stereo. So that's kind of cool. Is this reverb even on? It's very, very short and very quiet, but after a lot of OTTs, you will hear this. And then this one's a fun one. You guys know Manipulator by Infected Mushroom? This thing is kind of sick. I've been using it for a while now, and it has lots of cool things that talking about this would be its own stream. But let's do the mix on dry wet on 100% right now, and there's this detune feature. So that's the original sound. So you can like hear how it's, I guess, taking the input signal many times, pitching it up and down without adjusting the timing or anything. So you can like hear it getting faster and slower at the same time. Like it literally just sounds like multiple instances of the same sample I'm feeding into it. So I would use this up to an extent right here, and then alternator is kind of the same, just with one voice. Hard to explain. But yeah, I would mix this in 50%. Disperser for taste. Then the patented rhythm shifter, just to get it lower. It is nothing other than a frequency shifter that doesn't affect the sub. It's just the Ableton stock frequency shifter. Nothing much. It's like two chains here. Two chains. One of them with just the sub. It's being split with an ozone imager, because linear phase frequency splits are sick. And the other one is the top end, which gets frequency shifted. And that's all it does. And then mixed together. That's really nice. And it kind of sounds just like a formant. I guess you could kind of get the same effect if you wanted to, if you started moving like all the cutoffs of the filters down, so the formant would get lower, kind of like from wang yang to yoing yoing to yoing. But at some point that loses energy in the patch, so this is kind of a cooler way. Just a anti-mud EQ and the fat rack to make this louder. I bet I clicked around a little too much, especially in the manipulator, and made it a little worse. Yeah, 50% is too much, because this gets really all over the place. So somewhere here. Nice. Yeah, that's a cool patch. I'm really happy with how this guy turned out. Let me read the chat now. Sorry, I got into this. Can you do a 10-minute drop challenge again? That's actually a cool idea. I need to find a topic for it. Like, it should just be a rhythm drop. Should it be? What should it be? More fat, thick rack. What's the fat rack crazy part? That's kind of a mixture of what I showed you with the phaser here, with this like widening technique, mixed with doing the same thing with other plugins. It just gets even more messy and detuned. I can kind of show you what that is in a way. So, okay, let's turn off the manipulator so it's not that detuned anymore right now. And let's do the same thing we did with a phaser with a corpus, because that one also gives a really cool result. So I'm gonna put it before the rhythm shifter even. Okay, by default, the classic corpus chody sound. So what I would do here again is turn the rate all the way up, use the amount, a slight bit, and you immediately see it's almost like you're FMing it. So it does nothing other than moving the tune up and down really, really quickly. It sounds like a mess right now, but you want this kind of weird top-endy mess, less decay, of course. And then there's this filter here, which we can just select, oh, I just want the top end. Now it kind of sounds like what you would add with a erosion almost. So this would be like different way of adding that kind of stuff. And now just dry wet it in, and you have very, very wide top-end white noise that's being added to the bass every time you play it, and not just, yeah, run. And I guess you can kind of control its timbre, its flavor with the amount and whatever tune you set the corpus to. So yeah, just like distorted, cool distorted fuzz to be added. That's kind of cool. And also, since you have the phase at 180, it is super wide. So if you have a mono bass, this will give it some width. That's kind of cool. Like if you have, we can even make the test. Utility, mono, before, after. More messy, but you can even, I mean, you could even turn up the decay and you have this tail. Like if I make it. That's kind of cool. Now it's almost like a wide reverb mess. As if you put tons of chorus, really fast chorus on a reverb or something. Yeah. By like just the signal you're creating here itself sounds absolutely terrible, but mixed in with the original sound, that's actually really cool. I should use this more often. That technique, I barely use that, but it's really cool. Alternatively, Manipulator does it in a different way. Okay, let me read the chat again. 10-minute death step drop. Do you usually bounce your patches to audio? Rarely. I want to keep my I want to keep the serums in the project, like, because usually I want to go back and change them so many times. So I rarely commit to audio because I'm scared of commitment. Is he? But I would have these sessions where I make only noises, like only bass sounds, and just like this, for example. I just made this patch, and before I started the stream, I just rendered it out as. That was like an old version of the patch. But I would make these little audio clips, and then later, when I work on an actual song, I would use these instead of making the whole patch again, or instead of loading in the whole patch, and then work with that. So that's kind of my way of bouncing it to audio. Ooh. Oh, I put funny effects on the Markiplier samples. So these are the, wait, let me compare. There's like the, which one is this? So yeah, I had all these samples.
And you will be purged in the fires.
So I put effects on it. Do I have the purged? To make Markiplier rhythm.
Right.
It's just that right sample, or the, yeah, insane from the, where is it?
It's the only thing I can do to stay sane.
Nice. And then just turn that into. Noises, crazy noises. I want to donate to you. Please set that up. That's a cool idea. It's like Destroyed. Yeah, kind of. we could do, yeah, we could have a look at how to do that. That'd be kind of cool. Let me save this project as like, for just where this patch is, and then yeah, I should do that. I thought about doing that like years ago when I first streamed, because someone from Twitch hit me up and was like, yo, you want to do that? You want to do like more official streams like every week, and then you can have subscribers and premium streams and you could make money off of this. But I think it has changed since then. But back then there was like, one of the points though was that I would have to stream that many times or that many hours every week, and yeah. I wasn't already able to do that, and now it would be even worse. So maybe if it's changed now and I can just do it as sporadically as I'm doing it now, maybe a little more often, maybe that'd be cool. Okay, I want to just do the Markiplier sound thing real quick.
Right, please listen. Right, just as I planned.
Oh yeah, I think
it's the only thing I can do to.
Yeah, that one's better. That one's really crunchy.
It's the only. Stay sane.
Sick. I don't even exactly know what I did, but I think I started with the phaser thing, because I saw like Moonboy's Squidum thing and was like, oh, I want to see how far I can take voice processing. So it's like this is already getting into that territory. Definitely a little bit of distortion. I kind of want to first bring up the sub and then put dynamic tube on it to get it more of a this, but then just mix that in. What did I do? I definitely put a vocoder on it. Yeah, definitely need that. So where's the easy vocoder? Moonboy Squad. I need something similar. Everyone has like the Dubload's Ghost Gang and shit, and like the Rail Breakers. Let's do preset junkies.
Stay sane.
That makes sense. Let's make like a Facebook group with the preset junkies.
Stay sane. Stay sane. Stay sane.
Yay. Make it
Stay sane.
nice. And maybe not as harsh.
Stay sane.
Blah, blah. Also, eventually, of course, the fat rack. I'm just going to do the old one. But then also you have to mess with the sample, of course. So like pitching this thing down. Ooh, it's getting really messy. Getting really messy back there. And maybe even, I don't know how many OTTs and saturators I had, but we could. Maybe I want this to be like a little more mono before, so it doesn't get as messy. I guess some of this. Oh yeah, the phaser. Oh, this is getting really loud. There's a saturator in there too. Okay, now what we could do to make this a little less messy. Let's work with a filter here and add a saturator after it, and then more multiband compression. Ooh, and we're getting all those really nice artifacts. I mean, I'm kind of missing some tonality now. Maybe the Manipulator is also a good addition, but this is getting really messy. Just a tiny bit, like just slightly mix this thing in. Automate the filter because I want this guy to go up and down. Not that fast, maybe. But yeah, this is really messy because of course the original sample doesn't really have any tonality. So this is more for like really distorted, crazy, glitchy sounds. Other than, I like the. That's some cool noise there. Maybe we can get some tonality into it if we use the tonal delay before everything. I kind of want to see what that. There's so much crazy distorted top end. Oh, now I remember what was an important ingredient. Erosion on the noise setting. Oh no, the sine setting. As like additional distortion and making, it would add, I guess, after the vocoder. Yeah, you can see how it does this kind of bit crushy, vowel-y, adds kind of that. But yeah, this is just a mess right now. I'm so sorry. This derailed really hard. Let me see if I can save it by any means. Ooh. There was like a cool overtone in there. I'm gonna be really weird and do this to see if I can bring it out. I can do like weird shit. Never mind. I thought maybe I could bring out this like ring, because if you do this, yeah, you'll get like weird artifacts. These will like have like a crazy release on them. That's actually kind of a cool way of doing sound design, by making like a resonator like this. That's kind of cool. Bring 5K all the way up. Not the 5K, but yeah, this is kind of cool. What the hell is happening here? Yelling at him won't help. Audio, please fix. Oh no! What's happening? Why? Oh, you can't hear it. Damn it, why is that? That makes no sense. That's why. I'm so sorry, because I'm not using audio hijack. Okay, I will fix it in a second. External audio effect. I should have this on. Okay, I need to add this to my default default project preset then. Fuck. I'm so sorry. Because I need to do audio output to 3/4. Ha! Okay, there we go. Hey. Sorry. Ooh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so the kind of release of these peaks should increase and decrease with their amount. That's kind of cool. It's super evil. For some reason, these peaks right here work really well. This is such a crazy noise. Woo. A little less of this. Okay, yeah, this is just noise at this point. I'm sorry. I got distracted with this. But sometimes, if you follow like a path like this for a little longer, sometimes you'll find a cool result. Okay, let me turn this down a little more. -10. Oof. Also, what would happen if we put other things in there now? Like a hey. Oof. After the phaser. Now we're kind of getting somewhere. Cool. Oh, but that almost sounded like a singing voice. Because of the erosion sine wave distortion, that's why. This is strange. I love messing around with this and trying to find new weird techniques. I do like the EQ resonance one. If you start stretching it out, then the release time goes lower again. But I want this weird fring. What the fuck? This thing is mental. If I put in like a rap, blaze the fuck up. What the fuck? The original sample is blaze the fuck up. And it just turns into what the fuck? Oh my god, this is so crazy. That was actually pretty crazy. I guess this would be a point where committing to audio makes sense. So let's freeze that. Because it's also at the point where it is hard to recreate the same sound twice. Like at this point, it's a glitchy mess where you don't really know what's going to come out every time you play it back. So you can actually, if you unfreeze, freeze, unfreeze, freeze it multiple times, or you like bounce it multiple times, you'll get different results, which is actually kind of cool. So you can just have one setup with an effects train that is kind of mental and unpredictable, but you just put in 1 or 2 samples and render it over and over to get different results. They say insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. But in rhythm, it works. Today we learned rhythm is insanity. Okay, still expect. Oh yeah, there's more. Woo. That's kind of a cool noise. If pitched down, it's missing so much top end though. It's like. I kind of like this the entire weird glitchy thing though. It's almost at the point where it's, I guess, since Manipulator does crazy grain manipulation, it's kind of using that stream thing. So I have another plugin that I used in Reactor a lot called Buff Eater, where I would just throw normal bass samples at it, like all these one shots that are just, and then putting them into this weird Reactor effects thing would give me these guys, because it's like a weird grain effect that would just stretch, reverse pitch things all over the place randomly and give you all these crazy glitches. And this kind of now sounds like it could have come from that process as well. But yeah, I might use that. Is that the purple Lamborghini? That is not the purple Lamborghini yoink. It couldn't be further from the purple Lamborghini yoink. Despacito 2. Someone record the scene. Samples don't go through. Samples don't go through? What? Oh, don't go through the... Oh, no. Why? That sucks. That's me. Oh. You're right. Damn it. This is harder than I thought it was. I thought, because I had my master is sending audio to this chain, sends it to my speakers, and this chain sends it to the stream. But that does not include the sample player. Damn it. So I mean, I can just, the workaround would be to drop them into the project file and play them back there. Okay, I haven't been looking. Samples don't go through. No, nothing goes through audio hijack. I'm not using audio hijack this time because I wanted to minimize the amount of programs I'm running on my laptop at the same time while I'm streaming. Because when I tested everything yesterday, it would like. It wasn't working properly. My CPU was dying because there was so much stuff running at the same time. Let me interact with the chat a little more because I've been just like sucked into this weird sound here. Can you show us Lift Me Up project later? Lift Me Up? What song? I can show you the Show Up project later. Someone asked for that. I remember that. And someone wanted to see Jump the Gun as well. Show us the Skrillex girl. No one wants to know how to make that anymore. No, I thought everyone kind of knew. Say good stuff. Oh, that one. Oh yeah, it always had a different name. It always had a different project name, and I just changed the song name right before the release because it had like a stupid name. I think the project file for that one is actually on my Windows laptop because I just got a MacBook while I was working on that EP, and the Throwback EP is the last thing I did on my old Windows laptop, and everything else is on Mac, so I would have to salvage the project file from over there. Make future bass again. Dude, I'm making lots of weird, cool melodic or future bassy stuff. Can we look at some weird projects? Dun, 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 dun. I want to see what we can open. If I have some cool melodic future bassy stuff in here as well. If you see anything in here, like any project file name, and you want to know what it is, let me know. Then we can have a look. Because even I don't know what most of this is. Or like I will know as soon as it's open, but I forgot. Cute Poppy Stuff 180. Okay, that's from July 10th. I should know what that is. Dogfight Project. Oh, Dogfight Project. Yeah, we can totally do that. That's easy because that is recent and should work. Poop Noise. Poop Noise is not cool. There's nothing in there. We had that one. Fart Drum and Bass actually. Yeah. All right, let me delete that. Poop Noise is not. There's nothing in there. There's like a bass. Fart DNB could be funny. Okay, yeah. Also, okay, I'm gonna look for Fart DNB and Dogfight. Fart DNB is just a 2-bar loop or something. But me and Willie were trying to make a like drum and bass Reese out of a fart sample, like a real fart sample. Oh, what is this? Oh, I will remember from now on to put this thing on the master so you can hear what's happening. Might need to make this a little rack preset. Yeah, this is gonna be easy. So I'm just gonna make this utility here, and then this sends to the stream at -6, and then the whole rack's gonna be called stream, and it's gonna have a rack tag. So every time I open a new project, I can just drop it in there. That is very cute. Oh yeah, and I use the acapella again. That's just some loop that is sitting around. Fart drum and bass. Where was it? I'm just gonna put it in here because I am blind. Fart D&B. Yes, yeah, Vocal Foundry. Oh, Crow's here. Who else is here? I'm not. I need to spend more time looking at the chat. I'm sorry. I want to interact more. 100% no bangers too. Yeah, it's kind of in that direction. That's not a bad idea. Oh yeah, this is... Oh, I forgot to do the thing again. Stream. It's just that, but the bass sound is a fart. It's terrible. So yeah, if you delete it, it's heavily relying on this effects train, of course. So if you deleted it, it would just be that. So yeah, if we, it's played back lower, of course. That's the original sample, or I guess I have it here. Effects, real, burp, fart. That was the one. Yeah. So that one played back really fast, so it's more of a... It's kind of cool how the sample changes pitch a little bit, so it's like it goes up. So you have some pitch modulation in the fart, which is cool. And oh yeah, and also like you have like this effect of it going like faster and slower if you play higher and lower notes. This is starting to like doom music. Oh yeah, the pattern comes from just like this auto filter doing a little move here with lots of resonance. Without that, it would be mostly distorted nonsense. That sounds like. So it definitely needs. Trying to add the Skrillex growl crunch to a fart. Nice. Oh, hi, the Whittler. Oh, dogfight. I forgot what I named the project file because it's not dogfight. So I need to sort by latest and then have a look. Okay, I opened all of these recently. It's not Cute Poppy stuff. It's not in here. No, not that. Not in here because we opened some stuff yesterday. We opened this yesterday. I opened lots of that. That's fine. This is all here. Nasty VIP is probably never going to get finished. What did I call it? It has to be a larger project file. Probably in here, isn't it? Disciple 100. It might be that one. Yeah, let's have a look. Because it was for the 100th Disciple release. 80-something is kind of cool. These are all really short loops, though. This is probably the biggest project file we're going to open. Let's see. Noisier Technique is also just a bunch of basses in a row, and it doesn't have anything to do with any Noisier Technique. It was just, I saw, was it Nick or who did the last video they did for Razer? I just watched that and just got inspired by that a little bit. Oh, no, that's not it. This is something else. This is loud and nonsense. I don't think I called the project file actually Dogfight. I'll check. Way too slow. 145. Yeah, Ponyboy sounds kind of. That's the idea there. Okay, let's have a look if I actually named it Dogfight. I forgot what it was like a really like no Guardian Dogs or something else. It was like a really it was named after the intro. Because the intro was like all this melodic chill stuff. I'm terrible with my project files, as you notice right now. Something's wrong. Something was wrong with the project file and it didn't work. Okay, it is not in this one, no. I'm just going by project file size right now because that's easier. Almost VIP, it was actually really, really old. Enabled 10 thing, whatever 2. What was whatever 2? Oh no, we opened that yesterday. That was nothing. That wasn't what we're looking for. Really cool melodic idea. I'm just gonna look at like file sizes. The sites, no. Summer Rossi, no. More Summer, no. Drag Race, no. None of these. Is it ish? Nope. It's something. No, I know what that is. That's not it. Big collab is just the big collab with like everyone, the Get Lemon. Hectic Tribal. We can definitely open that later. No, it's not in here either. FX Piano is a large project, but it's not that. Patches that sound like Sunny. Snails Remix is not a thing, actually. Remote project, where could it be? Am I that terrible at sorting my projects? I guess I am. It's probably in a different folder somewhere. Any other requests? The Nasty VIP is, yeah, it's not done. It's just the intro. What do I want to show you though? Do I have some cool stuff I want to show you? I think if I'm just gonna type intro because I remember naming the something with sad intro. There's grocer intro, there's weird intro, there's just this. No. I can open it. I can open this one though, because it has nothing really to do with any Skrillex sounds. It just named it that way because I was kind of feeling the vibe. Continue project. Oh yeah, that one. That one I can. That one is easy. I have that one. Okay, let's look into this one real quick though, because that one's kind of cute. More future bass. Yeah, you are in luck because this is actually future bass. This project I'm opening right now, kind of. Do I have water here? Yes. Oh, the Rivals remix is on a completely different laptop. That's so old. I think that one is on like 2 laptops in the past. What about past bass? Justice 101. Justice 101 is funny. I can open that one too. This one is just. Oop, need the rack. I'm blind. Stream. That's what I get for just like typing every other thing in caps. And you think it'll make your eyes be drawn directly to this one important thing, but then it never works because everything's in caps. This one's kind of cute. There's.
But to have no hang-up. That is to say, to be able to drift like a cloud and flow like water. Seeing that all life is a magnificent illusion, a playing of energy, and there is absolutely nothing fundamentally to be afraid of.
Clipping is going on. Is this too loud? Oh no. Really? Oh. Because I'm hearing it perfectly. Why is that? That's strange. That shouldn't be. Because I'm even sending this, like cracking everything, even on my voice. Is it even on my voice? Ah, okay, it's on my voice too. Because then I know where it's, oh, not on the voice. Okay, all right. Because then it's something, it can be something way different. It can be the other machine here. That is so annoying. I wish that wouldn't happen. Let me change the buffer size on both of my machines. Yeah, what am I at? Oh, it's already 1,000. Okay. We have to go higher. Is it still? It was on my voice. Okay, now it's is this? Let me actually. Yeah, what am I at? Hey, it sounds fine on my. I'm like watching the stream on my phone. It sounds fine there. My voice is fine. Why is this is confusing me. Okay, I will check back. Let's play the track. Oh. No, why is that? That makes 0 sense. Oh. I'm so sorry. This project is probably too big. What if I just froze everything real quick? Because yeah, this is already... Let me freeze this. Really sorry. Guess I need a better laptop. Buffer size is already changed. It's already so high, and also I know sometimes just updating it and changing it lower might sometimes fix things, but I don't think it does in this case. So I'm just gonna flatten these guys right now, and let's try. Let's try again. Shooby dooby bap, shooby dooby bap. Please don't crash. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Only gonna play it for this short amount of time, so I can now check on the stream if everything's fine. Okay, apparently way better. Nice. Okay, then that was just it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Everyone who says I don't have to flatten, I do. I do. I don't want to, but Ableton doesn't take off all the load off the CPU if you don't flatten, which is something I talked about yesterday, and I hate it because in Cubase it was so much easier. So what would be a thing in Cubase was every plugin didn't just have a on-off button on the top, like you know how in Ableton there's like this yellow circle and you can turn the plugin on or off, and you can even automate that. In Cubase, there would be 2 on-off buttons. One that would just be called bypass. That would be one you could automate, which would do exactly the same thing as the yellow button in Ableton. But then there would be another one that would literally be an on-off button, and if you clicked it, it would actually lag for a little second because it would actually unload the whole plugin. So it would free up space on your CPU and RAM, and it would actually, take off all this from your CPU. So if you froze stuff in Cubase, it would actually work and make everything work again. And in Ableton, you have to actually flatten it because only then it fully unloads all the plugins. I think. I'm not an absolute computer programming specialist, but from experience, I think this is exactly what happens, and I don't like it. It's not cool. Why does that happen? I want to make some weird loop real quick. Oh yeah, and continue project. 10-minute drop. 10-minute Ivy Lab drop. Real quick. I'm not setting a timer. No, just because I did this yesterday and I got a really cool result. So what I did was I took a drum loop. Into reactor form, and then in here, oh wait, yes, I know, I forgot the thing. Racks, stream rack. Just need to add this to my, default from now on. That would make this a lot easier. Okay. Oh, because there's no init patch in here. Okay, so this thing is strange. Have a look at this. I think I've talked about this plugin before, but this is one of my favorites in recent time. Ooh. So it is kind of like a sampler, wavetable, something granular mixture hybrid. And it tries to key track, it tries to pitch track, as you can see, for example. And it's very bad at that, so it gives this kick drum this weird... Nah. So that's kind of cool. Okay, so now I can loop this and make this go back and forth. Maybe even twice as fast. So that's weird, some weird stuff that I actually really like. So yesterday, I was just doing this thing where I just made like a short loop of maybe 2 bars of just this like strange noise, and then for drums, add like some trappy kick, and the classic. Where is it? Crane, bamboo, Ivy Lab snare. And then make like a little wonky loop. Okay, nice. These guys a little quieter. And a little swingy swung. Okay, sidechain for the strong hits. Maybe even a little faster. I want this to be 160. Quick little hi-hat. That one is very smoky. Hey, come on. On every corner note. Maybe even delay by like... Okay, nice. And now by, let's add this thing, but not on a transient. This thing can get really weird. I think this wasn't the best loop to use. Which one did I use? Was it one of these? I guess maybe it was the one with all the hi-hats. Let's have a look. Hell yeah! That's so cool. So wonky. Let me see if everything's still fine with the stream. Yes, nice. It's not a new genre. That's kind of Neuro Hop Ivy Lab. They did that first. I want to make sure that they get credited for being the inspiration for this. So yeah, you can just like scan across the... Okay, that's a little much. But yeah, you see the point. It's just like about finding happy accidents in this loop. This like little is kind of cool. Oh yeah, and there's sub in these. It gets really messy. This one was actually kind of perfect. Oh wait, was it? Oh yeah, and then you can definitely afterwards mess with the formant and pitch. And then just try out all kinds of drum loops. You always get something interesting out of it. It is very unpredictable what you get. There's another cool drum loop. So let's try it with this one. Woo. Okay, because there's so much rumbling and stuff going on in the back, I want to add two things. I want to reduce ambience with a preset here. Also, this is... There we go. So what this does, there's a reduce ambience preset in the multiband section already, but what it does, it's kind of like a soft gate or like an expander. So if the volume of a certain frequency band falls under a certain decibel level, this compressor will make it even quieter. So it's like an anti-compressor, does the opposite kind of. Woo, that's kind of cool. And then if it still sounds too messy and like not rhythmatized, I recommend putting something like an auto pan on it. That'll like make it. That'll just like chop it up into. So that's kind of a nice technique there. I remember doing this yesterday with the same sample, but it was a little less messy. Oh, maybe because I was at 150 BPM or something, but yeah. This is fine at 0. Okay, that's a very Foley. So you can make some weird hybrid trap with this. Oof. Oh, shit, that's actually kind of cool again. It's like a little bit too early, so maybe if we delay this by like... That's a cool loop. So yeah, this is super cool for trippy shit like that. But you can use this plugin in so many different ways. I just recently started throwing all kinds of samples into it and see what happens. So this will always be synced to your host tempo. So you could even make this like a little longer loop, so it goes... Oh my god, that is so weird. I love it. Holy shit. Oh. Oh shit, I like that. Maybe the rhythm shifter can add something to this just by making it like a little lower. Like immediately creates phrases for you. I love that. Oh, so inspiring. Yeah, I love this thing. What else could we add to that? Maybe a disperser. And it's right there. Oh my god. Ooh. Oh yeah, it messes up the low phases a lot. Giving this thing like sub that wasn't there before. That's cool. What about vocoder? Just real quick. It's probably gonna make it worse, but I just want to hear. Oh no. Yeah. What does this remind me of? It's just like, yeah, weird subby stuff. For more rhythm, you could add a simple delay. Now we're back in the original world. Where we started. Sick. Actually, don't want to keep the disperser out of this. I kind of like it's like taking away from the crunchiness. I am gonna save this real quick as bad Ivy Lab copy. I can type. Nice. I want to throw some more things at this plugin and see what it does. Yeah, you can like see, so this line is the pitch tracking. Oh my god, it's such nonsense. But it's so cool at the same time. I feel like this one wouldn't have to reverse. It would just be... let's see if it's good. So yeah, lots of crazy shit. Let's try out some more samples in this. Yeah, very EPROM-y as well. Yeah, totally. What if we threw... What if we throw the weird noise we made before in this? Oof. Instant cool shit. Yeah. I mean, the auto pan in this case definitely helps with the making this have a rhythm. But yeah, you can see how you can make actual cool basses with this. Let's throw some Markiplier in there. Okay, some of the loud stuff first, and then some original samples. What the fuck? Why? Why would it do this? Right? This makes no sense. It's like the pitch tracking is... Oh my god. Holy... Yeah. What is even happening? I've been looking for more plugins that do this kind of stuff recently where it would be really hard to predict. Yeah, it's missing top end, so I'm trying to add some with erosion. What is this? Yeah, it's like very like the Shindudu kind of basses kind of style. Very chipsy. It sounds like some weird animal. Oh, is the CPU being bad again? Let me have a listen. Yeah, it's like very like the Shindudu kind of. Oh, sounds fine. You're ripping off Garfield card? Can you talk about your part in Perdido with Skrillex? Oh, we just worked on it for like a day. I didn't do too much. We like worked on it for a day. I added some cool samples here and there. It was like I think the chords and vocals, it was like already there. We just like spent two or 3 hours on it together. It was really nice, just like seeing what we can add, messing around with the chorus, trying out different ideas on that. I don't even know if the idea I had for the chorus for it actually made it in the end, because there was so many different iterations of like the vocal chops and melodies in there. CPU's audio sounding perfect with your CPU's getting smashed. Yes, one patch and it's at like 30-something%. Also, yeah, this laptop's getting hot again. I can feel it. Damn it. Oh yeah, also we want to open the continue project file in a second. Native Instruments. Yeah, this is a Native Instruments plugin. It's in Reactor 6. I don't know how much it is. I don't know anything about the new Skrillex album. I don't even know if there is a new Skrillex album. I don't know what that dude is up to. We'll see. And Jump the Gun. Oh, Jump the Gun is like, okay, actually, Jump the Gun's cool. I think, is it on this Mac? I hope so. Yes, I hope it's on this MacBook. Not on my Windows. Jump the Gun's cool, but it doesn't have most of the samples aren't like made in the song. It's like all pre-synthesized stuff from other sessions, so it's just a huge sample fest. I don't know how much fun that's gonna be, but I can definitely open it. The drums are nice. Oh yeah, and Show Up. Show up should be here. Show up should be on this machine. I just want to also save this live copy 2. I just want to like save all these weird patches. What would this be without reduce ambience? Yeah, you see it like chops it up a little nicer. So as soon as, yeah, if the input gets a little quieter, this makes it a lot quieter then. So it's basically adding more contrast between loudness and loud and quiet stuff. While OTT just smashes everything to loud. This kind of is like a, yeah, you could, like a contrast fader. Or if you're in Photoshop, taking the shadows and making them like the blacks, making them even darker. If you were editing a picture. Okay, I just want to see where I can take this sound. So I guess this is only going to be, that low, so it's only going to like flutter like that. So I need to bring this up to get this into. Apparently, yeah, apparently it thinks this pitch drops there. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely a viable option for sound design. What a mess. Okay, before we open the continue project file, I want to just put in a normal vocal sample. I guess we're going to use one of the Markiplier ones. And see what that sounds like. There's a louder one here.
If there's one thing I'm good at, it's yanking my mouse!
What about that one? Let's try that one. That one's very loud. I guess it's only going to be a mess.
There's one thing I'm good at!
Oh yeah, the pitch track is doing a really good job here, to be honest.
If there's one thing I'm good at, it's yanking!
Yeah, it's like following this really nice. Okay, I guess this is so high. Turning this into a bass sound or something is going to be really hard. Even with these effects. Oh, the frequency shifter is doing some good job there. So, I guess if you, let's try making like a loop, like a back and forth loop like before, but I bet this is going to be terrible because it's just going to be really high screeching and noises. Like, yeah, that's going to be really high. But you can make a lead out of this, or yeah, this is messy. If you try to make like you can like hear the bits. Oh, that's probably erosion, but without erosion, that's kind of cool again. That's kind of like a messy, earthy bass. It needs more OTT to come to life. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Without the reduced ambience, and then with you, we get like all this crunchiness because the attack and release time of that expander is so short that it's like adding all these distortion artifacts. See, if I crank up the time, it cranks up the attack and release of all this, and now this is gone. And if I turn this down, it's like we're adding distortion. It's like we're literally adding distortion, but with a compressor. That's kind of cool. Oh my god. This is almost Skrillex growl now. So if we just added a phaser, I guess. We could just make stupid stuff with that. I just want to... Okay, let me just do this real quick. All the way up here. Okay, now we're back at the general mess. Okay, just wanted to try that if this would sound cool. And anyway, but no, that's just really loud and messy. Be gone. Oh, there's something. Needs more OTT again. But yeah, we get this. There's some cool stuff in there. Oh, this is getting somewhere now. Dun, dun, dun. It has like a cool overtone there, but too much noise will destroy it. clank, 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 clank. That's sick. That's cool. Freeze. Yeah, very, this could be like a subby peekaboo type track. By the way, that guy's so sick. New stuff is so good. Okay, I'm gonna save this as Markiplier rhythm. Cool. Does anyone know Markiplier? Does anyone have like a contact to him? Should we make like a collab? Like license this thing? No, because actually I would love to use just one of his samples in a rhythm tune before the drop, which would be cool. But if it is like a track that gets like lots of plays, then I don't want to do that illegally. So I feel like I should ask him for permission or something, or I don't know what the rights are if you take YouTube sound clips. So yeah. This is this turned out better than I thought it would. Oh, I want to make like a weird deep tune now. Oh, also on top of this, if you're making a track like this and you want like cool Foley in the back that sounds really sick and like fits in nicely with the beat, I can recommend you some stuff. So you can take anything that sounds like crumbly, that kind of noises. You can even make them with your mouth, and that's going to be fine source material. But there's the sample pack, for example, by Boom Library called Mechanics, which is like all these crazy, super high quality mechanical samples. So what I would do here actually is you can use these really nicely as a fade in before your snare to make like a cool snare, like everyone knows. But a super easy way to do this is just drop this in and throw an LFO tool on it. That will then be entirely quiet, except for like a fade in before the snare. And then make this 1 bar long, and then this will automatically just bring this up right before the snare. If you want to, you can even make this back here, and then it's going to be before the kick drum. Okay, that's like, it's very hit or miss there. But once you have like now you have your sample in here, and you can just move it to different positions, and maybe you'll like. Here again. Oh, that was kind of cool. Let's try another one. Oh, that's even better. This part back here looks kind of cool. That's a little loud, but yeah. And then you can, once you've found the one you like, you can just take it and then duplicate it over and over to every bar. So now it's going to be the same one every time, if you want that. Or you can make it change. Nice. Continue. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, we've got 1 hour left. I'm so intrigued by this Markiplier bass, though. I want to see if there's more. If there's like, where we can take this. Because this is so cool. Oh god, what does it sound like without the auto pan? It almost sounds like a bass house bass back here. Whoa! Oh, I fucking love this. Why? What is that even? Why does this? Is this like, he's like breathing here, or like his voice goes down for a second? Yeah, it gets messy as soon as it's scrubbing through the sample too fast. But this section here is just like a really nice. Oh my god, it sounds like weird singing. This is gonna sound terrible. I'm just gonna play it. First of all, my CPU, I know. Second of all, it kind of sounds like the Yodel kid. Damn it. Oh yeah, I guess it's not working properly because I, See? I froze the old one, and you'd think it wouldn't be a big problem because I only have like 1 big reactor with all these chains on it at the same time now, since this is frozen, but CPU is having a really bad time, yeah. I'm sorry. So, freezing stuff doesn't help that often. Okay, I'm gonna save this one more time as number 3. And yeah, I can even tell by now my mouse is lagging. So let's look at continue. Oh, and even before that, so if I'm gonna find it because I named it something with justice, because I wanted to make it sound like justice. Oh yeah, so justice 110 feedback is something else, but it's really cool, and I really want to show it to you real quick before we go to the actual continue project. Sorry, I haven't looked at the chat in a while. Oh yeah, Adventure Time hat, because the hair is too short. Hi, I'm eating a family dinner soon. Nice. Who's coming to the Space Yacht Disciple thing next? It's not a disciple, like a big disciple show or anything. We're like opening our office kind of, or shop in LA next Tuesday. And it's like gonna be like in the evening, all ages, and from there we can all together take like 30 Uber XLs to actual Space Yacht. Okay, this one's kind of cool. So this was the first thing I did when I opened Ableton 10 for the first time. Teddy Lloyd for sure. And I was trying the new plugins, like the new Echo. Oh yeah, I need to add this thing again. The new Echo I wanted to try out. And you know how it has like infinite feedbacks, and I like putting something melodic into a delay with infinite feedback and then having it build up this huge mess of delay that can sound really beautiful if you just put in like a few specific notes. So I had this little melody, but the delay with feedback over 100% would just start to sound like this. So then over time it developed. I turned the feedback down here, then back up. It started to develop this resonance, I guess because of the filter that's built into the delay. So I was like, wow, this sounds really cool and cinematic. So I wanted to like add to this. So yeah, that was just an idea there, but just from this weird loop. Also, this patch is kind of cool. Okay, but now for the actual Justice 10 ALS. Almost more res than Justice, I think, because it's like 110, 115. But I don't. Why was this not the first thing you showed us? Because I have so much to show you. There's so much stuff I want to show you. There's got to be more streams. I mean, 2 hours is not enough. Do you mix while producing or have separate mixing sessions with bound stems? I don't have separate mixing sessions with bound stems, but sometimes, especially if I'm on the go somewhere or if I'm on a plane, there's no point in mixing that much. Like, you'll do the classic, I'll cut off the low end on everything that isn't a bass, and I know, this sounds a little harsh. You'll do, like, a little bit like that, but mostly just focus on the writing and the idea, and then when I'm back here on my speakers, I have a lot more control over, I'll come back here, open the project that I started on the plane, I'll be like, oh my god, what did I do? And find all these weird frequencies and mixing mistakes I did, but, and then I'll, like, finalize it here. Okay, let me close all these things so you can see this better. So this is the... Oh, very nicely, very tidy, actually very tidy project for 85 tracks for continue. So, is everything okay with the interface and everything? I'm getting scared again. Also, really scared because this is a big project. This might sound terrible. This might start dropping out hard. Let's hope that that doesn't happen. CPU will not survive this. Okay, I will be listening at the same time on the stream to make sure everything is fine. But let's have a look. Okay, let's see. What does that sound like? CPU will not survive this. Okay, I will be listening at the same time. On the stream. Come on. The stream's so far behind for me on my phone. I'm sorry. Hey, that's fine. Cool. Okay, I hope it stays that way. Because this laptop is burning up right now. No, Siri, I do not need you. Oh, interesting. It turns off the fans if you hit the Siri button, so the microphone can understand you better. Cool. All right. Also, yeah, let me just change this algorithm so it's a little less CPU intense. And then we can look at this. I think for the drums, for the snare, I actually ripped the some Justice drums. See, all I ask of you kick with, and yeah, I actually went through the Cross album and had a look at some of the drums. They're like mostly very highly compressed, distorted 909 drums. So like on the one, it's just like this huge stack of choir trumpets. More trumpets. Nexus bass. And a serum bass. So that's just a big... Oh, does it sound terrible? No. There we go. I need to freeze things again. I need to find a way for this. Because I know what would actually work. And this is retarded that would be a solution. But having a pack of ice under my laptop, because it's just getting really hot. I might actually just get like a cooler. Yeah, like a laptop stand cooler. That might actually help, because no, this is literally the reason, especially when it gets hot in LA during the summer, and you work in a studio where the AC is broken or something. Just doing one serum with a saw wave and your laptop will start, and your CPU will start dying. It's so stupid. I mean, it's kind of a safety, like emergency safety of the CPU to not use more processing power because it's already so hot, so it doesn't actually melt. But still, I don't want to freeze them because I want to show you the patches. Maybe we can just look into them for a second. I'm just gonna play this. That's that one. That one's actually really funny. It's just it's kind of a very basic sound, but the phaser in Serum does all of the bwah. That's what it sounds like by itself. I hope this is okay. Let me see. Oh, it's being fried. It's like, damn it. I can hear my, I can hear my fan working really hard. For the next stream, we will have all of this fixed. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Serum's phaser is pretty wild. Oh yeah, and then there's the screechy boy here. I guess it's like it's constantly working. It's at 50% at all time. Okay, now it's not anymore. I hope that wasn't too annoying with the CPU dropouts. But what I want to show you is I have the screechy bass in here, but I also have this omnisphere down here, which is playing a chord as a choir, which is kind of like layering under that note. And I thought that was kind of cool because I heard Noisia kind of having all these minor chords in all their layered with some of their basses to like. It makes them sound even more evil, kind of like very church choral. Oh god, it's so loud. Okay, yeah, this project file is doomed. I don't know if I can. I don't think I can play this. Even if I take off the mastering, probably. This is going to be very hard to make it work. If there's any specific questions, though, you have about this track you want to know, then I can get into that without having to like just play back the entire track. So let me know. Well, back to Markiplier rhythm. Yes. Legit, yeah, ice would work if my ice machine would work. So everything's broken here. The ice machine is broken. But yeah, it's my birthday soon, so maybe getting like a cooler stand for my laptop where there's like, you know, like these little fans under the laptop would be really cool. I can just get one myself. 10-minute rhythm drop. 10-minute drop challenge. I guess that one kind of makes more sense because it's a fresh project file and there shouldn't be dropouts. Let's try that, even though I don't know if that's gonna work. If I have an idea for it, let me think about what kind of drop to make for a second, and also get hydrated. Do you have any suggestions? Buy a desktop. Yes, but I need to travel too. Eventually. Maybe, I guess. And then everything will be fine. I hope the new MacBooks are going to be better. These ones are strange. When's your next show? July 20th, on my birthday, actually, in San Bernardino at the NOS Event Center for Bass Rush Massive. Add segment over. Melodic dubstep, show complextro, two-step, tri-racer, future garage. So many ideas! Of course, Moonboy's pink. Oh, I want to get a Nintendo Labo. That'd be really fun. Rhythm or melodic? I don't know. Let me first of all make sure my keyboard works. Turn down this as well, because I want to use my keyboard to play something. Actually, let me go and turn down my AC a little bit further as well, real quick, so that it will, like, in turn, passively cool the laptop a little more. Because it's getting really hot in here. Also, where are my bagel chips? Also, I was eating some bagel chips before. Where did they go? There we go. Bagel chips, bagel chips with cream cheese. Oh, I haven't added the stream rack. I'm so sorry. Just Mechanics by Boom Library. That was the sample pack we used for the cool noises. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna make just a future bass. But I want to come up. I want to come up with some chords or something first, and like think about at least those a little longer, and then the entire production thing is going to be the 10 minutes thing, because I want to like jam on an idea and see if I can come up with like a cool chord progression, so it's not all over the place. This thing is a little loud. Da, 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 da. I kind of like that. So, So FFFG. No, FFFFGGG, A flat, B flat, C C C. I mean, we can put in some rhythm sounds. So, all right, but what tempo? I kind of like 160 at the moment. All right, to be faster, I'm just gonna play it. Okay, so the thing is, I can hardly do a timer. I'm just gonna look at the time because my phone. I need my phone to look at the chat and everything. It's 9:23. Start when it hits 9:24. It hit 9:24. Okay, let's go. I'm gonna record this. Ooh. That was quick. Okay. So 9:34 should be when I'm done. I actually wanna move this guy over so it's like connected. Oh, nice. Good quantizing there. Okay. And then wow, 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 wow. That's like the moment for a fill. I made some new kick drums with kick 2, so I'm just gonna use one of those. Kick 2, kicks 4. I started naming them where I made them. And I made some new snares too. That was kind of nice. It needs to be two semitones higher though. And now I want. Yeah, maybe like that. Maybe even like a rather hectic pattern, not just kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare. It's unbelievable. Who remembers? Oh, why? What the? I suck. And I need to be faster. Time is running out. I want strings really quick. Oh, I shouldn't have decided to add strings because it takes so long for these libraries to load. With no reverb. In the back, just like that. These two. Add maximum velocity. Cymbals. I have some new favorite cymbals from Splice, which are the Sultan cymbals. There's a sick ride in here. This one's great. And some crashes too. So I'm just gonna throw this crash in here and make you run through the sidechain. That's fine. And you'll get the delay and reverb rack. And then on top of that, wait, I put my favorite hi-hats in here, I think. Top of that, this hi-hat, Leviathan Volume 1 pack tambourine. Ouch. This be the hi-hat loop. Oops, the wrong thing. I just want this to be like a really backgroundy dun, 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 loop. Make the sound nice. Needs a bass. Quick, massive fart bass. Noise color all the way up. I should have a preset for this. Then again, I feel like at some point, if you have too many presets, a 10-minute challenge doesn't make that much sense anymore. I could just be lazy and take this and put it here. Nice. Strings need some EQing. Okay, and also because I've got my Eli sensor plugged in, just to make this sound better really quickly, we're gonna layer the serum with an Nexus. Just for now, where is it? Secret lead. That's kind of a nice one. Velocity. Actually effective. Steve Aoki, hello. Hi. So that's just like a nice little layer there. Speaking of layers. So yeah, that can be louder. I want to add some of the nice pads to fill a background. This guy. But then, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Cut off the low end, put OTT on it, put auto filter on it, and no, not auto filter, auto pan to make it lock or hover in the right rhythm. But also this needs to be, what key are we in? Almost, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on 8th notes, I just want this to be like a nice little thing in there. Cool, ARPs. Oh, also, speaking of ARPs, there's a really cool way, because oh god, I've got 4 minutes left, and I haven't even made any basses. I'm getting too distracted. Why? Why is it taking that note away? There's no reason to. Did it not quantize? I will just accept that as it is and use a arpeggiator. An arpeggiator. Up and down with lots of. Okay, but now I guess I would have to connect these. Oh, because there's missing there. But I want this. Almost. I want this. And then make it sound cool by putting a really short reverb on it, so it's like kind of in the back. Oh god, 3 minutes. No. I'm just gonna leave it like this. Just kind of the low end though. Also for quick mastering, I'm just gonna throw a 20% OTT and a 20% multiband compression on it, or like 10% OTT and 50% this. That's fine. Okay, now for a bass sound, real quick. Panic. I kind of want to add a lead with a synth. This is like getting more melodic than. Okay. So these are definitely the spots where we would just add a sample from a sample thing I made before. The creepy Markiplier samples. No, new samples. Yeah, this is what I have these guys for. So I can just go, you go here. Oh, whoops. Ooh. These are weird. These are more on the strange. But yeah, something like These are all rather strange, but yeah, you get the idea. Ooh. Yeah, just like a jump. And then for the last one, we can make a special one. It's 2 minutes. Okay. Oh, and I made it in C. No, so now this bass is gonna be in C. So So this would technically have to be. Wow. Let's just make two saw waves like each other a lot. Oh, I am retarded. Wow. No. I don't think I will make this guy in time. Did you guys see Moonboy's video on where he like made a really good patch in like, was it like 38 seconds? Yeah, this is that, but in shitty, in really bad. Don't have the right filter. Am I gonna do that? Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I think the 10 minutes are pretty much over. But we it sounds like something. It sounds terrible. I should have started the track in C minor, because bass sounds kind of fine there, but in in C it's just, oh damn it. Oh yeah, also here again, if I wanted to make a bass and use the effects filter, but I still want to do something where cut off the top end, I do it with the EQ, and then in here, I'm just trying to distract from the fact that the timer is already over, I know. Yeah, it's pretty much about 10 minutes. I failed. It's not what I want it to be. Also, this is way too loud. The OTT might have been too much, and I want to just put a utility on this to turn it down a little bit. But I like the chords. I'm happy with the result. Oh my god. Oh my god, it sounds so terrible. It should be something more with more tonality to it, like something that has like a cool resonance, like a fifth or something. Nothing like this is always very, very. This one's kind of nice because it has. I like it when it has like an actual audible overtone, like a fifth or an octave. So, but this one we kind of have the na-na on the top. Oh, maybe we could even, I just want to try this. Nice. Like, more like a Fox Stevenson kind of E bass, where it's more melodic and would fit this track a lot more. Could I make this bass like follow the chords as wub 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 wub, because that's kind of cool. That sounds really fine. It's kind of nice. Oh wait, I'm just gonna copy the MIDI over here. A little messy because it has all these attacks. Was worth a try. I guess it was too much motion on the filter, making it kind of out of tune. Also, this guy needs a serious low cut if we want to add a bass. And like, this needs to be made thinner. This guy already sounds like it doesn't have a low. Still sounds. Try to put in the missing notes. been messing with me. Also, I totally forgot to do this. Just to make like every note a little shorter. So it's like a little more re-triggery. Oh, also, have like, that's kind of cool. This meow is so out of place. Yeah, these are like all too gnarly and heavy for something like this. Put like the Markiplier growls in here as a fill. Oh god. Hey, that is actually not too bad. It's just EQ'd absolutely terrible. Absolutely terribly. This would have to be like... There's all this really annoying topic. There's that. And then maybe... and then maybe warp it so it goes down in pitch. So, something like that. I really don't like how quickly it like loses quality, and it always sounds, if you like use the Ableton pitch automation for this with like any warp mode, it always sounds not really quite the way I want it to be. If you go down, it always sounds like some weird, yeah, tape stop. Not even a really tape stop. It's like really hard to make a good sounding tape stop with it. But this is kind of fun. Gwamp. But what I was actually looking for, okay, I'm just going to use this one because there's other longer, aren't there longer notes in here? No, damn it. Yeah, this one. These ones are fine. I use some of these for computer music. The bury all bass. Just for now. Ooh, these are nasty. I haven't used some of these. I should have. Whether or not it like fits the tune right now is a different question. But what I actually wanted to do, since this got so melodic, I was really eager to add some cool melodic sample line thing. So, no, I haven't used the room kit for my Genelex yet, because this room is untreatable pretty much. There's a huge brick wall. There's a huge echo. This is a really big studio apartment thing, so the ceiling's really high too. Yeah, I should start with a higher pitch too, so the bass fits better. But what I wanted to do was put a vocal into the simpler and do some vocal chops real quick. So for that, we need a vocal. Melodic.
Don't close your eyes. I'll stay.
Yeah, sure. That's beautiful. And then let's add, first of all, autotune. So we are in C minor. Terrible for dubstep. Good for pop. And then the idea is
Don't close.
to use the slicer, actually. Because I haven't used the slicer in so long. This is such a good feature.
Do you don't close. Don't close.
Okay, also on gate.
Close your eyes.
Oh yeah, as you can see, the sample isn't in C minor.
I'll stay.
So we get this.
Close your eyes. I'll dunk.
So you have to like
Dunk.
find the right one to align it with.
Your eyes.
Oof.
Don't close your eyes. I'll stay.
That one sounds fine. Okay, so next up, OTT. Distort, low cut. Actually, got some at the top as well. actually even distort before, right before this OTT too. Another OTT at the end, another low cut. Yay. Yeah, you'll have to like adjust how much distortion on what frequency. What frequency region do we want? And then we could add like delay and OTTs because it sounds better. No, there's a reason for doing it like before the saturator in this case, for example, because the distortion will sound different depending on how much low end the vocal has, for example, and then the OTT kind of brings a lot of that up. So then if I start doing this distortion thing here where I pick a frequency, I can get this really nice creamy low distortion. Da, da, da. So yeah, if we are working with the vocal chop slicer method, this would now turn into me going along this thing, trying to find a good combination of samples. Or if I actually want to play a melody, I just go into one-shot mode and try to find like a cool. I don't want it to change tempo. We could even add a, do I have it in here, a little alter boy? Yeah, right after the tuner, because the tuner will be confused if we put it before. Since this is like so melodic, I guess instead of these out of place bass noises, the vocal would actually be the right thing to put in these gaps. This sounds so messy because I made it in such a rush. I'm really sorry. This could all sound nicer. I think the messy thing was the ARP, just in my... I like it though. I'm just gonna give it less steps, but make the MIDI higher. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, I forgot a way to like actually make this a lot less messy. An LFO tool to make this hover at eighth notes, let's say. So we'll just have this and yeah, that makes sense. It's a very faint background layer. If you're wearing headphones, it's probably gonna sound really nice because it's rather wide. I like that. Oof. Okay, there we go. That's kind of fine. Maybe I want to try another vocal. That's already a lot of distortion because this vocal is a lot louder than the last one. So I gotta... dial back on. Or maybe even do a low cut before this distortion. So that gets a little cleaner. This is wet though, so there's a... Oh, that's very clean though. I like this. Strange because the track's in C minor, but I have to play in B flat minor because the vocal is not in tune. Nice. Yeah, so now it's kind of turned more into future bass. Right, that's cool. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let me just record that. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. That's what I wanted. Also, smaller grid, quantize. Also, I don't like that the vocal like doesn't come through enough for me, mostly because the mix down here is really terrible. As mixdown advice, what you can do easily is look at the vocal and look at where the main frequencies are. These frequencies are over here at like 400, so 300, 400, 500 hertz, somewhere there. And now we have other melodic elements in here, obviously, like all this stuff. So I'll go in and take something at 500 hertz out, and also at like that top end where the vocal sits as well. So by themselves, all these elements are going to get a lot thinner. Like you might not like this over like the full sound of this one without its EQs on, but it will make it so much better once it has to work together with the vocal. Also, these are a little too hype. This is very loud. I kind of want this an octave higher as well, but I don't know if that's going to sound good. Let's see. Duplicate that. And I'm just going to... as like a layer. Nice, that's cool. Da, 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 da. Yeah, what should be here in the break in this fill? Is that where the terrible bass noise should go? It could just stay on that chord. Da, 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 da. Sort of. I'm just gonna do like the lazy version right now, but yeah, I don't want it to repeat the exact same chord structure from over here again, because otherwise it's gonna loop. I know, so it just stays on that one. Da, da, da. It would make sense if we have like a if this would play some more notes or something. I guess. Oh yeah, I guess just get rid of these two. that makes the most sense, because then it just goes, instead of going to the C, it goes to the A flat, and but now it would also kind of make more sense if Okay, let me duplicate this so I can do that. Duplicate time, but then we're only gonna listen to the ones in the middle here. So from here to here. So it only does the C minor at the end. Sorry, I need to do this, otherwise I'm gonna go mental. So the first time around, it stays on the... Second time around, it goes higher. Okay, cool. I hope this didn't clip or anything, because someone says clip, clip, clip. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, also, yeah, this is still untitled, so let me save this. Stream future bass thing. Nice. All right, we have like 7 more minutes, so I wanna... Oh, my phone is about to die as well, and I can't read the chat if my phone dies. Wait, let me plug this in real quick. Where's the cable? Ah! Oops, and my microphone's facing the wrong direction. Everything is dying. Phone, survive. Okay, nice. Don't trust this computer. All right. Nope. Wait. All right, okay. That was close. So now for the rest of the stream, maybe we can do some Q&A or something, because then I gotta head out at 8. So it's about making the Shiniru bases. That's actually what I was talking about a second ago, not a second ago, a little bit, with the this like plugin that does grain delay stretching shifting up and down. It's called Buff Eater, and it's for Reactor 6. But basically, you can almost get the same results with Manipulator. But what I did there is I took all these bass one shots that I made before, like all these, and then put them into this glitch plugin, and then I know you can't properly hear this right now, only through the microphone, but all these were the result from that, and most of these then eventually turned into bases for Shiniru. Show up? I don't know if I have the project file working right here. I did save the... is it clipping? What is happening? Is everything okay? I did save the project file, don't worry. Shows the Skrillex collab. There is no Skrillex collab. Maybe in the future. Oh god, I need to refresh my stream real quick over here, because I am watching it on my phone, but it is so far behind. Da-da-da. No, why is it crackling? There's like literally nothing open in the project, and it's still struggling. This is insane. Very sorry. Da-da-da. Audio good. Okay, nice. So show up. I don't know if I... Yes, what did I call it? I don't know if I have the project file here, actually. No, I think it's on the other laptop. I'm so sorry. Do you have some drum and bass? Why don't you get a desktop? I need to, yes, but I want to... It's so annoying once you have a desktop and a laptop and you have to go back and forth with your project files and no Dropbox and everything. But yeah, I need to set all that up. It has to be a dang desktop, though. That's going to be expensive. Need to save up for that. Need to make another presets pack. Maybe then from the money from the presets pack, I can get a desktop so I can make better streams. Hey, is that a deal? How about that? Oh yeah, there's Minecraft down here. Oh yeah, we can actually, just for shits, look into Serum Presets Volume 3 that I'm working on. No, there's, this is still gonna change massively, but there's one funny one in there that I definitely wanted to show you, because I was trying to emulate real instruments with Serum, and I made this patch that sounds like a Hammond organ, and it works really well. I hope you were able to hear that. Did it work? Okay, nice. I'm like so worried about the stream audio quality, dropouts, clipping. This stream has been pure anxiety. No, it's been really fun. Thank you guys so much. I want to go back to the bad Ivy Lab loop one more time because it was so much fun. I really like that. What vocal packs do you use? There's a lot. I actually recently, to be honest, I literally would just go on Splice and go through all kinds of packs, maybe get like 1 or 2 samples from any pack. There's some old ones that are good, that are Vocal Foundry, Vocal Forge by Zero G. There's Iconic Pop Acapellas is a pack. Ultimate Vocals was a nice one that has a little bit of everything. Yeah. A cool one I really like is Run It Silk Vocal Samples. Or however I'm supposed to pronounce that. That one's really cool as well. Oh yeah, I just wanted to go back to this one real quick. Oh yeah, and everything's dying. My laptop is officially quitting the stream, apparently. It has had enough torture. I'm really sorry about the technical difficulties we had sometimes. I hope you guys still cherish the time we had together. And in the future, if you're down and had a bad day, you will look back to the stream and think, oh yeah, those times were good. Yeah, all right. Hope everyone has a good night. I'm still, the stream is, the chat is so much, it's so hard to follow. So one preset from volume 3. I just did, it was a Hammond organ. No, there's gonna be bass presets in there. That's gonna be nice. Okay, I will try to get another stream done in don't know if this month, probably not this month, because I'll be gone after my birthday for the rest of the month, and then I'll be in Europe, and I'll be in China, and I'll be back mid next month, so probably then. Very sorry how sporadic this is. Maybe I'll stream from my Instagram every once in a while if I have some time. Thank you guys so much. I hope none of you had to stay up all night or something and are now disappointed because you didn't see what you wanted to see. We'll cover that next time. Have a good night. Have a good evening. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. How do I stop streaming?